The biggest, most public defeat for Donald Trump this weekend was arguably the court decision that prevented him restoring his travel ban from 7 Middle Eastern countries. But that was far from the only bad moment.
The thinking was to get it out quick.
On Tuesday, Trump's new Homeland Security Secretary General John Kelly admitted to Congress that the whole mess with the executive order was the administration's fault. They'd moved before they were ready, and Kelly took the blame.
In retrospect, I should have, this is all on me, by the way, I should have delayed it just a bit so that I could talk to members of Congress, particularly the leadership of committees like this, to prepare them for what was coming.
That same day, Trump's Vice President Mike Pence became the first Vice President ever to have to cast a deciding vote in the Senate confirmation of a cabinet secretary. Education Secretary Betsy DeVos had been so unimpressive to 2 Republican senators that they refused to vote for her. Wednesday, Trump's nominee for Supreme Court Justice, making the rounds on Capitol Hill to get confirmation support from senators, told several of them that he found the president's Twitter comments about the court system disheartening and demoralizing. He encouraged them to quote him, and they did. Thursday began with the president's White House advisor Kellyanne Conway carelessly and unethically using a television appearance to hype the clothing line of the president's daughter, Ivanka.
Go buy Ivanka's stuff.
Then news reports about National Security Advisor Mike Flynn popped up with evidence he'd had talks with Russia about U.S. sanctions against them before the Trump administration had even taken office, raising further questions about Trump's relations with Russia. While that was happening, Trump was on the phone to the president of China, confirming his respect for the long-held One China policy and effectively apologizing for having had a conversation with the Taiwanese president a few weeks earlier. That night, in the heartland, some Republican congressmen faced angry voters demanding to know when enough would be enough.
Why aren't you checking out your own president right now?
Trump has been in office 3 weeks and not one of them has been smooth. In his old job, he'd be firing people by now. Keith Bogue, CBC News, Washington.